How could this be? Maybe you're right, I shouldn't wait around for some rich daddy to come and take care of me. I have a literal hound from hell, I can take care of myself. Like Giovanni has done before me, I will disband Team Rocket here today. Farewell.
After defeating Archer, the radio tower director shows up and rewards Jaunty with a silver wing, an item that will allow Jaunty to summon a legendary Pokemon at the Whirl Islands.
One more thing.
But apparently, the silver wing alone is not enough. Jaunty will need something else as well. And speaking of items, people give a bunch to Jaunty for running Team Rocket out of town. What? Turns out that Bill guy wants you to look after an Eevee for him, but since you stole that guard's Spearow, you've already used up your encounter from this area. So, this is how the creator of the PC transfer system lives.
Looks like you and your family are poor.
Before moving on from Mahogany Town, Jaunty heads back to the spot where those two Team Rocket members mugged him to find out what's there now that they're gone. And it turns out the guard has returned to his post.
One more thing.
I found this under the counter. It makes me uncomfortable. Could I give it to you?
The guard gives Jaunty a strong poison type move, which Jaunty teaches to Bigfoot. And then he moves on to Route 44.
Hold it right there!
Psychic Phil throws out an olive that he decorated to look like a little birdie. Then Jaunty forgets that Hercules is weak to psychic types, but his error allows us to see the added effect of his brick break attack.
You damn kids!
Tough bug!
Despite being weak to this Kadabra, Hercules still manages to take him down. And now for the first time in ages, we get to catch ourselves a new team member.
Licky tongue. A big nasty pink thing.
The loathsome dung eater.
Well, that was an unfortunate find, but maybe you'll have better luck here in the ice path.
Oh my goodness!
Jaunty runs excitedly into the cave to try and catch the big booby bimbo.
Delibird, it's definitely not a jinx.
Well, a disappointing Santa-looking ass penguin, and it even throws presents that do shit all. Let's hope it can learn some other moves. Krampus.
Guten Tag, everybody!
After two disappointing finds in a row, Jaunty happens upon a powerful water-type move, Waterfall, but no one on the current team can learn it. But Jaunty does teach strength to Sandy, in order to push some rocks down some holes.
That hurt.
Where the hell were you?
Me oh my, is that you, Jaunty? Fancy meeting you here. To tell the truth, my sandals are frozen on the ice and I am stuck here. You will push my back, won't you? Fuck.
Then Jaunty arrives in Blackthorn City, home of the final gym leader Jaunty needs to defeat.
Claire, our gym leader, is waiting for you. However, it would be impossible for a run-of-the-mill trainer to win. Oh god, you're doing a Nuzlocke? This is gonna end badly. Maybe you should put together a suicide squad for this gym.
Well, that's an interesting idea. Normally, losing all 6 team members in the same battle would mean the end of a Nuzlocke, but if that were to happen, I have to admit I'd have nothing better to do with my time. So I'm willing to make it a rule that as long as you still have Pokémons you can use, the Nuzlocke can continue. With that in mind, Jaunty puts together a very special team, featuring that Machop I completely forgot about until just now.
I'ma whoop your ass.
The stupid Christmas penguin.
I will do my best.
The big ugly pink thing. The most annoying creature in the sea.
I'm a lady.
That weird bug rock thing we got from that guy in Cinewood.
Oh boy, could you get my ointment?
And finally, the team member we've neglected since the very beginning. But of course, we'll have to hatch it first. For the team to reach the gym leader, they'll need to be strong enough to make it past all of the gym trainers first. So Jaunty levels them up in the easiest way possible, by making the daycare lady do it for him.
What a fucking liberty.
Every step you take levels up your Pokemons while they're in the daycare, and walking with the egg is how you hatch it. So,
things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy and fine. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
Daddy! A fine thing. I've become the father of a breakfast.
in order to have both Roger and Dung Eater on the same team, Roger will need to evolve to be considered a flying type, and since he only evolves with high friendship, you'll have to train him yourself.
I'm right here to stay when I'm old and grey. I'll be right in my prime. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
Hey, hey, hey!
With the squad ready, Jaunty heads to the gym.
Oh god, you actually did it. You really put together a team just to be killed by dragons. If it wasn't my idea, I'd call the police right now.
Now let's see how long they last. Ace trainer Paolo sends out the littlest dragon of them all.
He's adorable!
And I'm rich!
Jaunty starts with the queen, because she can scatter toxic spikes all over the battlefield, poisoning enemy Pikmin when they enter the battle, and thankfully Jaunty was able to teach her the move Blizzard, because apart from other dragon type moves, ice is the only thing that's super effective against dragons. And speaking of ice,
At last! Action!
Paolo sends out another Dratini, who gets instantly poisoned by the queen's spikes.
Oh, look! He hurt himself! Continue?
Thankfully, Krampus was able to be taught some more moves, otherwise the only move it knows is to throw presents at its enemies, which sometimes heal them instead of hurting them. But by adding his hail attack on top of the queen's poison, the enemy loses a decent chunk of health each turn. Damn, that little dragon packs a punch.
What beautiful weather we are having!
But as an ice type, Krampus can deal a lot of damage too. Now let's finally get a look at Roger in action.
Listen!
As well as dragons, these trainers also have water Pikmin, which won't be hurt very much by ice attacks. But Jaunty bought Roger the most powerful normal type move he can learn. For Ace Trainer Lola, Jaunty repeats his strategy, laying out the toxic spikes, which will do even more poison damage if it's used more than once.
More! More!
Then Jaunty sends in the absolute abomination. God, I hate this fucking thing. The sloppy salamander avoids attacks easily thanks to the item it's holding. The bright powder makes it harder for the opponents to see the holder. Lucky for some. And even if it can't avoid an attack, it can always prevent the opponent from being able to use it again. So while Dratini resorts to using Slam, Jaunty ends the battle quickly with another Hyper Beam.
You didn't see anything.
Then Jaunty sends in Whoopi to deal with the bigger and more elegant dragon.
You're beautiful.
Dragonair is badly poisoned by the spikes. Not that it matters, because after hitting Whoopi, he strikes back with revenge, dealing double damage because he was hit first.
Oh, I'm so mad!
And in just one hit, Dragonair is no more. Then after defeating Ace Trainer Cody, the Dung Eater levels up, and does the impossible. It goes from bad to worse.
Oh, that's nasty.
Let's see how it does in battle. Well, it may be uglier, but it's also harder to kill, which I guess will come in handy against Claire. After defeating one last trainer, Jaunty starts to think this Suicide Squad might actually have a chance at survival. But their biggest test is yet to come.
I am Claire, the world's best dragon-type master. As a gym leader, I will use my full power against any opponent. So I hope you brought your absolute best team members with you.
Oh, I sure did.
Alright, everyone place your bets now. Which team member will survive the longest? I sure hope it isn't the one who looks like it's biting down on a big flaccid cock.